A man was released from this Nashville jail and a week later was charged with the murder of his ex-girlfriend in Mississippi. Bricen Rivers is sitting in a Mississippi jail right now for allegedly killing his ex-girlfriend Lauren Johansen, but Lauren's family says it was the Nashville criminal justice system that failed their daughter. Bricen was fitted for a GPS monitoring device that was supposed to keep him in Davidson County, but he told Freedom Monitoring Services that he was going to be in Mississippi. He gave them an address and everything. That's all it took. Now we're trying to figure out why Freedom Monitoring Services thought it was okay to let this man go to Mississippi, all the while he was ordered to stay here in Tennessee. At one point, they even told Bricen that he had to come back to Nashville because his GPS device wasn't working. So he came back, got a new device, and then went back to Mississippi again. So you have this man going between state lines without so much as a red flag going up. Now, up until 2 weeks ago, Bricen was locked up in this Nashville jail for kidnapping Lauren back in December when the two were visiting the city. Now, police say that's when Bricen showed up to a parking lot and repeatedly beat Lauren. When police finally tracked down the couple, they say they saw Lauren banging on the car window, screaming for help. She was bloodied, she had a swollen eye, and she was stripped down to her underwear. Bricen was charged with 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, and the bond was set at $250,000. Now, back in April, the bond was reduced to $150,000 by Judge Cheryl Blackburn.
I sat in the courtroom in Nashville and told the judge they let him out, he was going to come kill her.
There were, however, some conditions to Bricen's release. We have this order that at this point has become one of the most important documents that we've found so far, and it says that Bricen is to have no contact with Lauren, but it also says that he must stay in Davidson County. Now, this order says that Bricen is required to be released to someone with the bonding company that he's signed up with to make bond, and they said that they have to release him between the hours of 7 in the morning and 4 in the evening. The Davidson County Jail tells us he was released at 4:05. Why that makes a difference is because now they couldn't use the same GPS monitoring service that a lot of these companies have been using in Nashville and Davidson County. They went with a group called Freedom Monitoring. Now, Freedom Monitoring offers 24/7 GPS monitoring services so that no matter what time of day someone's released from the jail, they can still get this GPS device put on them. So all the notes that we have in this order, the jail says they never saw these notes until it was too late. By then, they'd already released Bricen. So think about it for a second. Bricen walked out of jail with no supervision around. He could have walked off. No GPS monitoring device, no supervision anywhere, and we wouldn't have had any idea as to where he was.
They didn't tell us, and they didn't put the ankle monitor on her. They just let him walk out of jail.
Brooks Bonding Company told us that they only heard from Rivers after he was released from the Davidson County Jail. As for Freedom Monitoring, the GPS monitoring company that let this man go to Mississippi, back to Nashville, back to Mississippi, they're not answering our questions. We're trying to figure out just what happened, because there are families in Mississippi and families across the state here who want to know how we can keep something like this from happening again.